Let's see if I am live. Two people apparently watching, but I'm gonna go back and back. Living abroad. Oh, I am live. Hello and welcome to Living Abroad. Can you see if my volume works on? Actually, I can just do it on the phone here, right? Hello, testing one, two. Okay, all right, all right, all right. So, welcome to a brand new series on living abroad. And if you're watching this after the live stream, what's going to happen here is probably daily, very soon. I'm going to start recapping Philippines, Thailand, and other Asian countries' news. What happened during that day? Mostly the Philippines because that's what I'm most familiar with. And yeah, we're going to do everything. We're going to do the share screen, the chat's going. And if you guys want to see it more like quick breakdown of Asian news, check out my second channel, Asia Now. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a few minutes. So I'm just gonna wait till I get some more people coming in. I'm using a brand new software, Streamlabs, so we'll see how this goes. If you guys can say hello, whether you can hear me and see me, and then we'll get going. I'm gonna share the screen, go over some of the major news that's happening in the Philippines right now. And every day we're gonna do this. So around this time for a couple hours, I'm gonna sit in front of a camera and just have an open discussion. And as always, you guys are more than welcome to ask any off-topic related stuff. You can talk to me about anything. I'm gonna actually test something right now, see if I can share my screen on here and see if I've set this up accordingly and properly. So here's the big test. Let's see. Hello. Oh, let's see. There's a delay, so I'm gonna find out in about 10 seconds if I can. Hey, that's a cool outfit. That's nice. Oh, it does work. Does it work? Doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Nice, see it. All right, so let's start with this a little bit. If you guys don't know, I do have a second channel called Asia Now. It's got nearly 14,000 subscribers now, so going on for about a year and a half. And almost every day, I summarize all the big news stories from the Philippines, mainly Thailand, Vietnam, and other Asian countries. And yesterday, I covered about, you know what? Let's do another test. Let's see if we can actually hear the videos that I play on here. So here's Yes, or today is this morning's video.
Хотите квартиру на Пхукете, в тихом районе, в 5 минутах от белого песчаного пляжа и без...
Welcome back to Asia Now. Today I'll tell you about why is Conan O'Brien in the Philippines, Japanese man extorted for 10 million pesos, Philippines immigrant...
Welcome back to Asia Now. Today I'll tell you about is Conan. Perfect. So the audio works. Looks like I got this set up. So once again, let's take a look here so you guys understand how this video in Asia Now usually works.
Welcome back to Asia Now. Today I'll tell you about why is Conan O'Brien in the Philippines, Japanese man extorted for 10 million pesos, Philippines immigration officer in hot water for helping Filipina leave the country through the back door, an Indian tourist gets jumped and hospitalized after public urination in Pattaya, and much more. Let's dive straight into our main story. American TV host and comedian Conan O'Brien made a surprise visit to the Philippines to film scenes for his travel show, Conan O'Brien Must Go. O'Brien shared photos on Instagram showing him exploring Bonifacio Global City, BGC, in Taguig, Manila, greeting fans and posing for pictures. In his caption, he wrote, "Mabuhay, Philippines. Just landed in Manila to shoot. Hashtag Conan O'Brien must go. And I've already met so many amazing people," end quote. Fans, including local TV personalities like Drew Arellano, expressed excitement and encouraged him to hold a meet and greet. Conan O'Brien, I just know he's really tall, a ginger, and kind of obnoxious is the word. I don't know. I can't really judge the dude. I never watched the show. But leave your thoughts down below. What do you think of O'Brien particularly, or the fact that he came to the Philippines, or if you watched the show, anything you want to share. Staying in the Philippines, the NBI arrested Abdullah Tahir Asnawi.
Okay, so you get the idea. Typically, that's what I do. Usually collect about 10 or so popular, let's go on the webcam. How does this work? So yeah, about anywhere from 10 to 12 big news stories from the Philippines, Thailand, other parts of Asia. And I do like a fast run through about it. So it's more like getting every big story quickly. It's like a summary of it. And what these videos are going to be, it's going to be a complete breakdown of either those topics or just talking to you guys. Right now, I don't see the chat appearing. So maybe if I... Why? We tested this yesterday. it was all before, but when you play the thing, this one symbol over. We'll deal with the audio situation after. I'm guessing it's playing from two different sources, right? One from the speaker, and one from the actual video itself. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be our first. This is almost like a test run. I'll have to how today goes, and then we'll try to like perfect this whole process and situation. Hi from Australia, Alex. It's nice you are live streaming. Okay, so to the chat on screen now before using just YouTube itself, you can only see the chat appear underneath the video. But now I can see myself on TV and on my phone. When you guys type something, it actually pops up on the screen, which is wonderful because it allows me to first of all see everybody's what they're saying. Second of all, I don't have to go fiddle with my phone to see what's going on as well. So, which is great. Still playing. Give you the backup. Hmm, strange. Technology, right? Sometimes it is sometimes it's great. But the idea is we got 13 viewers. I think I have a feeling these videos are gonna reach a wide audience the more I do this. So if you guys are enjoying this, take a second, double tap your phone for a like, or just hit the like button, and we'll get rolling slowly. Um, how is it better? Still problematic. What this is type is like I don't understand this kind of shit. We spent hours yesterday setting this up. I guess, but what is the point of this? You're using testing what's testing. Yes, if you guys have been watching this, you think after 3, 4 years of doing YouTube that I've figured this out? I really not. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna be doing this daily, at least try my best 5 days a week to go ahead and talk to you guys. That's it. Okay, nice, but Matt, can you hear me? Yeah. How's the audio? Decent? Decent. Yes. What do you want me to do, man? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I can see why people give up on life. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it's frustrating. Why we gotta fiddle with everything? Like, why does it have to be so advanced? Why don't we just come on? Testing, why not so much? No, it's numbers. To YouTube is a ban this man channel. It's gonna waste my time every time it comes. It's gonna have an issue or something. I'm gonna go on it after an hour. You know that? It's actually it's not bad. Is that why maybe? It is fucking. Yeah, it should say USB-C or something. So that's my life. If you guys think YouTube's easy, yeah, challenge you guys. Come challenge me. See how it works. Maybe we'll maybe some people's comments. Maybe that'll be better. I'm Simon. Mate, I like to keep turning the mic. Audio distorted. Thank you. See, here we are. We make one of the sort of Williams. Good day, good evening. Okay, so I appreciate you guys watching this. We try to set this up again. Well, We're gonna set up a backup to a backup to a backup, so we just us set this up, and hopefully we get this sorted out tomorrow. Um, and just take about minutes. So that's what's going on. I mean, at this point, why am I even talking? Go with something. Wow. You can see me like on a wider screen now. Okay, let's try this. Put this.
Say something.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing the mic. Let me know if you guys can hear me now, and if it's I guess I gotta look over here now.
No.
Let's see if the audio works fine now. Still doesn't work? It's gotta work.
This is showing the camera.
Well, you know what's annoying, guys? We spent like an hour yesterday setting all this up, so when we come on here, that things will just run smoothly.
Oh, now it's pop up.
But there's no USB in there. You know? There's no USB in there. It's weird. You can hear me now? Maybe because I removed this USB-C.
No, it's not the same.
Anyways, shall we continue? Let's put this over there. I'm going to read some comments and hopefully you guys can hear me. Hey, good evening and good morning. Oh, what's up, Alex? Not much, no sound still. I like to keep up from Australia. Good evening, Alex. Good evening. You can hear me now? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. At least we have something for now until we get sorted this out later on. Should we talk about the earthquakes? Let's do this. Let's talk about the earthquakes, but first let's show you guys some of the clips that were going around that I collected about like 15 to 20 minutes after the big one hits in Cebu. And it's really scary, to be honest. Unfortunately, for me personally, I wasn't there, but a lot of people shared their experience. And then there was another one in Davao, Luzon, Baguio getting hit just between there somewhere. And a lot of people are questioning what is going on in the Philippines. Although it's nothing new, I think the fact that it happened so consecutively and on such large scale kind of worried some people. So let's take a look at what is going on with that. So
Lord! Tago! Lord, tama na Lord! Lord! Tama na Lord! Ayaw, next thing. Next thing.
Lord.
Tama na Lord.
Help us, Lord. Lord. Lord God.
Oh! Grabe, linog! Hey! Grabe, kusuga! Hey! Woo! La! Woo! Grabe, linog! Grabe, pagkakusuga agad! Woo! Woo!
My work is easy because I use ClickUp.
Come
Here's
on,
how I
man.
keep track of all my tasks.
Somebody
I
wanna
start
watch
by brain
some
dumping
ads?
everything I need to.
Grabe! Grabe, linog! Diyos ko. Woo! Dong, iyo, pamplang ka, Dong! I-off ang breaker. Grabe suga. Woo! Grabe. Suga sa linog eh.
Hala, ako isuot ito. Kalma. Kalma.
May gani, way klase mga bata.
All right, so complete chaos, as you can imagine. It's wild and scary, to be honest, because I was only in one earthquake from my recollection. It was last year in Davao City, and it was quite scary. So I can't imagine actually experiencing that multiple times. There's like 10,000 aftershocks after the Cebu one, and I think nearly 2,000 after Mindanao one. The point is, it's getting crazy, and if you guys went through that, then please share your experiences. But the whole country seems to be shaken right now. Good evening and good morning to y'all. Okay, if you guys can just write a comment here, whoever's watching, how's the audio and video at the moment currently, and were you able to see the footage I showed you with some volume? I'd appreciate that, just because this will be kind of the same style I'll be doing in the future, to go ahead and share news content about Philippines and other places. So I think it'll be kind of different, unique, and not just me like a talking head, which is fine, but I think visually and audibly it's important to get all the information. So that's that. Good evening. Okay, let me just go ahead and take a look at some. Good channel, thank you. Okay, so now I see Pat said good channel, thank you. Amigo is here, good. Okay, great. So now you guys can see also the pop up on the screen, which is great. Excellent. Muy bien. Muy bien indeed. Okay, so that's cool. You know, the whole earthquake situation is also scary, because now they're saying there's supposed to be a big one. They're labeling it the big one. They're dubbing it the big one. That's supposed to like rip through the actual country physically, not just off the coast, but through Manila itself. And they're saying it could be like, I don't know, 8.2 magnitude, and expecting a lot of casualties. And it says sometime between now and 2058. Who knows? These things aren't really predictable, right? So it's not something that I mean, I'm worried about it now, but nothing crazy. John says, any news on Vitali? Nothing. No news. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that guy kind of snuck out. I don't imagine them just announcing that he left the country. That's just a random assumption. But although, because I don't think they want the backlash and because not every single deportation gets reported through mainstream or the BI press release, right? So I'm guessing if it was a case where they simply threw him out through the back door just to get rid of him, but not want the public backlash of why he didn't serve so much time, I wouldn't completely be surprised. But that's just my personal assumption. I don't know anybody in the prison system right now or the NBI that could tell me and confirm that he's still in there. So, because there was at one point his father came down, and he also basically was granted bail, but the NBI held him because although the courts allowed him to be outside, this was still an immigration issue, and the NBI held on to him. So as of right now, no news on Vitali. Nothing from everything I've been seeing and reading and following, and so nothing from my end. Although we got a new Vitali, right? The guy in the back of the truck in Thailand. You guys must have seen this, right? If not, I will go ahead and show it to you guys right now, because at some point, Asia Now has got you covered. So let's go to my other channel. I guess you guys can't see this unless I share. It's a good outfit too. Buy some gym clothes, huh? Okay, let's see if I can close this up. Go back in here. I covered this story maybe a couple weeks back, maybe longer by now. But there's a new Vitali in town, and I think maybe he outdid himself.
เนสกาแฟเป็นบรูใครๆก็บอกว่า
Ads, right? YouTube Premium, guys. It's definitely worth the
ซอง
money.
นี้อร่อย
Even though I won't make
ไม่
any
เคย
money off
เปลี่
you
ยน
guys having. Actually, there's a slight money.
ความ
off.
สวยไม่จำ
Of
เป็น
course,
ต้องแลก
YouTube
ด้วย
make
ความ
money
เจ็บ
from ads, but
ผิวหน้ากระชับอ่อนเยาว์ได้ด้วย M Face คลื่นพลังกระชับผิว
Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. My name is Alex, and on this channel I bring you the top stories from the Philippines, Thailand, and other parts of Asia. In this video, I'll tell you about a viral clip sees Russian blacklisted and banned for life, a regular day in Thailand, a wild story from Indonesia, and much more. A 23-year-old Russian man was arrested after a video of him behaving inappropriately in public went viral. Police identified the suspect and tracked him as he traveled to Phuket, and then he was detained at Suvarnabhumi airport. So he came from Phuket to Bangkok. Authorities have confirmed his involvement and charged him under Thai law for public indecency, which carries possible jail time of 1 year and fines of about 20,000 baht. Immigration officers also considered revoking his visa and adding him to the blacklist that would prevent him from returning to Thailand for the rest of his life. So this is not the first thing he did. This guy is absolutely wild. I'm going to show you guys another clip of his behavior in Thailand before we talk about exactly why. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain, but why he's being blacklisted for life. Here's what else he was up to.
Что ты сказал?
Motherfucker!
Вася, короче.
Motherfucker!
Я тебя услышал. Я тебя услышал, братик. Motherfucker, блядь. Что ты делаешь? Motherfucker, иди нахуй, блядь.
As you can see, this is why he's been dubbed the next Vitali. I think way worse, probably, doing that kind of stuff on the back of a truck. We don't have to get into the details. The first thing I felt was rage. Like, how could you do this as a tourist in a country that welcomes you when you could be fighting a war in your home country? Let's just be honest. I don't want to be politically correct or whatever, but I think if I was in a country that accepted me, welcomed me, and like, I don't have to go and face, you know, my inevitable.
Anyways, so that guy right there, that guy, I forgot which camera to look at. If you guys can see what I'm looking at. There's a camera here, a camera there, and a camera. But yeah, so Vitali, nothing, no updates, but that is the next dude here. Not in the Philippines, but in Thailand. So insane, right? It's crazy to me. He deserves jail, says Pat. Yeah, he deserves more. What the hell? He deserves more than jail, yeah. Yeah, exactly. John says, Thailand, LOL. He does that here, he'll be in more shit. Yeah, Philippines don't play around. Not the way I feel like Thailand's a bit more lenient towards foreigners than the Philippines is, personally, based on all the stories I read, and I see how easily they kind of get out of problematic situations. So that is that. And maybe that is the reason why they continue to behave this way, because none of them really gets reprimanded to the point where they actually might reconsider their behavior. Although it takes a special type of person to be okay with doing this kind of stuff on the regular. So definitely something to keep in mind. John says he's still here. I think I haven't heard anything because he was at the prison where my brother-in-law works. Oh, okay. Because I know, like I said, they removed him from prison for a while, put him in detention and holding at the Taguig BI facility where they hold everybody else prior to deportation. One thing that does worry me, there's only 16 viewers. What is up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
People still in shock. You've done the live stream for a while.
Yeah, living abroad. I think number one, the fact that I'm doing news videos on this channel is the first thing. The second thing, probably the timing.
No, I just show.
Why you make me sniff the food and take it away, bro? Come on, man. Turn up your mic. Thank you. Like, keep up the good work. Philippines, your family don't bring your food and money. You're eating very well. Huh? Say what? Where's that comment? How come I don't see it? Oh, you know what? Live chats. Oh, that's why. It probably missed like 100 comments. Because it has only the top comments, not all comments.
They're gonna show here anyways.
It's hard for me to follow 15 different things, bro. I'm getting old, you know? Okay.
What the hell?
Philippines, your family don't bring your food and money. You're eating very well. I don't know what you're talking about, but Philippines great. So, let's go back to the news like we're supposed to. So let me go ahead and talk about what I was going to talk about today, because at least now we know what works, what doesn't work, the volume situation's fixed, and we'll slowly get into this. Let's talk about, so we talked about the earthquakes, the craziness there, but now, what happened to my, okay, this one. Let's read this story, quick time. The NBI, no, this is a Japanese story, not the Japanese one. No. Let's save that one for after, okay? I think I saved the wrong link. Ha! All right, we'll read the Japanese one. So in the Philippines, a bunch of kidnappings happen here and there. A lot of times it's like Koreans on Koreans or Chinese on Chinese, and oftentimes they use one or two local Filipinos to assist them. And yesterday, NBI arrested a Japanese national and his cohorts in Manila for grave threats in relation to cybercrime law. So the NBI, so I don't know if I want to start reading all this. I feel like I should summarize these things, no?
Anybody's trying to tell the story. Do they have picture? Yeah, you can show picture.
Yeah, I'll show the picture. I'm telling the story from my own summary here. If you guys watched the morning video, you know what I'm talking about. Essentially, some dude was doing some work for another dude, but halfway through the project, he did not get paid. And at that point, threats were made, and the NBI arrested him. That is that. Of course, very summarized is the key. I don't know. I've never done any work where I had to pay for anything up front in the Philippines. And I think if I had to, I'd want the job done first before I make any kind of payment. And if it were some type of job where equipment or, some kind of tools or material is needed to complete the job, I would purchase those myself. I don't think, not just the Philippines, but if it's not my home country, I wouldn't trust people to just take the money and go buy what they need, because there's ways around that, or they might get you subpar quality material. Therefore, your home or whatever you're building may not be up to par, up to code, and it might be problematic. So if you guys had any work done in the Philippines to your home, to anything like that, I'd love to hear it. So what we got here, depending on the time, if a lot of Western people watch your channel, they're just waking up. Yeah, you're right. It is only just 6 a.m. essentially. I think that's a big deal. So maybe something to reconsider. But if I do these in the morning, it doesn't make any sense either, because that's when the regular Asia Now videos are released. Right? It's kind of a weird situation. I got to figure out the timing of this. I might do one or two more of these and see where maybe because it's my first live using Streamlabs, that might be a problem. Third-party streaming, right? Because this doesn't really add any value except for, can I share my screen on YouTube anyways? Yeah, so if I can't invite people to come join the link on the stream, why are we even bothering with this third-party, right? Well, we'll figure this out eventually. But the point is, I'm going to talk about new stuff regularly and talk to you guys. John says they only spend 170 pesos a day for food in prison. Ah, okay. Now I understand. Yeah, to be honest, that's kind of a lot, no? 170 pesos as a prisoner. If the the poverty line, according to the Philippines government, is only 50 pesos per day for your food. So prisoners getting 3 times the amount of a regular Filipino that should be apparently getting. So sounds like a lot, but nowhere near what a normal meal should cost you. But thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's a good point. John also said you don't come to the Philippines thinking you can work here unless you get proper visa. That brings us to our other guy. So here's what I'm talking about. The American guy, the BPO executive who thought he could come here and just start working. What are you doing, bro? Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because I have all this stuff. So let's go to Asia Now. I covered this a couple days ago. I think it's smart to remind people you cannot work here without the proper work.
เบรกแป๊บของแวบไป KFC วิงแซ่บนักเก็ตรวม 22 ชิ้น 199 บาท
Okay, I got this set up.
Now they're saying
Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the what? Oh. There we go. Now
they're gonna, oh, it's getting crazy out here already, bro. I think it's a bad idea for me to be here, to be honest. He was caught. Whoa, Jesus. You feel that? I know we shouldn't be out here, right? What are we doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome back to the channel. I'm outside here today once again on the weekend, feeling great. In this video, I'll tell you about an American executive working at a BPO illegally arrested in the Philippines. Protests happening as well all across Manila and different parts of the Philippines. What's going on in Thailand with misbehaving foreigners?
Fuck Thailand!
Plus much more. Starting out with the peso to USD exchange rate right now, quickly $1 equal to 58.24. Looks like we're hovering around that mark for the past week. Here's our main story. In line with President Marcos Jr.'s directive to intensify campaign against illegal aliens in the country, the Bureau of Immigration reported the arrest of an American executive who was found to be illegally working as the head of a business processing outsourcing BPO company in Cagayan de Oro City. BI Intelligence Division Chief Fortunato Manahan Jr. Identified the foreigner as Jason Carl Neeson, 47, who was apprehended on September 30th. Neeson was allegedly serving as the top executive of a BPO firm along Borja Street despite holding a no valid work visa or permit. Upon inspection, he failed to present his passport and only presented a tourist visa, ACR card, which does not authorize employment in the country. Quote, the subject was clearly misrepresenting his stay in the Philippines by working as a company head without the proper documentation, said Manahan. He added that such activities constitute a violation of the Philippines Immigration Act of 1940. Neeson was immediately brought to Manila, where he remains in BI custody while undergoing deportation proceedings. BI Commissioner Joe Anthony Viado stressed that the arrest underscores the government's seriousness in enforcing immigration laws at all levels, regardless of a foreigner's position or status. Viado added that the Bureau will continue to closely monitor and coordinate with enforcement agencies nationwide to ensure that foreign nationals comply with Philippines immigration labor requirements. My guy, you didn't think they're going to find out you're head of a whole BPO company? One wrong move, one bad move, one quick look into your background will quickly indicate that you're not here working legally. You would think at least a company like that at such a high position would file for you to be working legally in that position. Then again, they might not be that simple because they might be like, why can't you hire a Filipino to do this job or position? At that stage, the company can simply make up a BS, write a letter saying you qualify or you're, got all these skills or whatever. But my point is, this looks like a ball dropped. You obviously are earning a little bit of money, especially being an executive at a BPO company, an American as well. I assume you at least make 3, 4, 5, 10K a month. So all you had to do was apply for the proper work visa. Now, my guy, you're blacklisted most definitely, and it's going to ruin your future trips coming to the Philippines. You got to do a whole bunch of work trying to get back off of that blacklist. Also, for a second, I thought this was the same BPO company.
Anyhow, so that is why you don't have to, or you should not be working without the proper documentation. Even if a BPO company executive is doing it, doesn't matter who you are, the immigration official will come after you. So those are the type of stories I cover on Asia now. Let's take a look at some other people's comments. Vitali was pretty big when they got him. Now he looks like a skeleton, says John. Yeah, I covered that story when it happened as well. The pictures were kind of very surprising. Not really because of his condition staying there, but that's what happens. Have you ever been questioned, or optioning says, have you ever been questioned or know someone who was rejected for going in and out of the Philippines? I know that happened to people in Thailand. So I wonder. No, not the Philippines. For the past 7 years, I've been going in, staying anywhere from up to 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, 5 months, random periods of time. And I travel quite often in and out, sometimes only 4 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, doesn't matter. Never once was I think one time, the only thing I got asked was, how long will you stay this time? And I told them the amount of days. And as long as you're just being honest and telling them that you just love the country and like to visit different places, they don't care. They do ask you if you're married. They ask you if you have a relationship with someone or something like that, because if that's the case, they want you to at least get the proper visa. Let's not forget that 3 years staying continuously without having to leave the country is a really good deal. You can't beat that in any country as a tourist. Some places you can stay long-term, maybe easier, but on a tourist visa, not really a visa, basically visa on arrival when you enter, free visa waiver, the Philippines has the best tourist visa, hands down. So we have to respect that. We got to remember that. And if we are actually staying here years on end, the least we could do is extend our visa. A lot of people don't do that, and that's when they get in trouble. You want the coconut. There's a lot left.
No.
Stop being difficult.
No.
By the way, this is a grown woman, though she talks like a kid. Just so you know.
No, I'm a ghost here.
You're a ghost. Thanks. Now I'm going to be scared trying to sleep all night. So no, not really with the questioning. John says, Philippines here, haven't heard anything like that happening. Yeah, they did like about 6 months ago or so, or 8 months ago, when the crackdown came on the POGO workers. The president directed everybody to be more strict, make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I think for a small period of time, people got questioned a bit more than before, but it's still nothing like an actual interrogation or something that you cannot simply answer or provide at all. So no worries about that. Heyo, Philippines Antics. Hello, finally caught alive. Philippines Antics, guys, they've been doing Philippines videos for a long time. They do live shows as well. To be honest, I'm not going to sit here and lie to anybody. We emailed like way back when I first got into the Philippines, and I had no idea what I was doing. Never got a chance to meet Philippines Antics team there, but I know they do have a good following, so check out Philippines Antics. Currently, I'm too busy to watch any other YouTuber, to be honest, so but I do know they make good videos, and they have a very, very dedicated community, so check out Philippines Antics to be caught up on everything. John says, they've been grabbing a lot of them working here illegally. Yeah, not only working illegally, but also overstaying your visa. It's very easy to confirm that or prove that. So what happens a lot of times, if a foreigner is in any small town, big town, no matter what, if they become a nuisance to their neighbors, people around them, let's say they committed crimes or just becoming a undesirable person around a Filipino person, all they got to do is report you. And once they report you, somebody knocks on your door, say, hello, where's your passport? Or let's see your visa. That's all it takes. And now you're like, oh shit, I'm supposed to go extend this last month, but I'm too busy talking to women out here and I forgot to go do this. And that's all it takes. I'm just saying, you know, hey, you know, but okay, maybe 1 month is not a big deal. They can just, you pay the fee and fine. But the longer you let that happen, the worse it gets. Because at some stage, it's not simply, oh, let me go ahead and extend it. No, they revoke your passport. You become like a criminal. Like so, and they send your passport to Manila to get extended. And you don't got to watch that, you know. Do what you got to do.
I just checked the audio.
Check the audio, video.
I'm a manager.
You're a manager, huh? My manager over here sitting on the ground. Asians love sitting on the ground. I'm so jealous, bro. Even though I'm technically Asian myself. But let's see. Cool background. I don't know if you've been sarcastic or this is probably like, looks like a prison wall. Eh? You know what? I'm going to go and open this window, see if we can get some kind of, let's see what it looks like. It's a good thing I wore pantaloons today, huh? Thanks for telling me to do this.
No, it's reflect.
So what?
They don't see anything. It's just inside the room.
Oh, you can't see nothing, huh?
Yeah, you have to turn off the light.
Shall we turn off the light? Let's see. Hey man, this is the life. I look so, you gotta watch these leg muscles. Where's the camera? Anyways, let's see what this looks like. Reflect. By the time I get back to this, no, it's the same shit, no?
From the light in the living room.
Forget it, bro. It's just outside, man. Like, what people want to see? Reflect. Okay, I bet you guys weren't expecting that. Hey, by the way, if anybody is feeling generous, we want to test something out, even if it's like $1 or $2. If you do a super thanks, a super chat, something should happen on the screen. Oh, but we'll just wait whenever that happens naturally. Oh yeah, it's kind of nice though, without the light, no? Or it's kind of bright, my shiny forehead. Ugh, what was we talking about?
Oh, they say they made another video background, not here.
Ah, yeah. Earlier when I was on the roof, right? Maybe, whatever. So either way, this is just temporary. Comparing says, I heard it's extremely hard to get a work visa in the Philippines. Wants only Filipino people working and wants jobs for Filipinos. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know who would want to work in the Philippines with the low wages. You got to be you have to be a specialist in something. And even this BPO exec, clearly, what kind of like legit place hires an executive that doesn't have a proper work permit, right? So that's the bigger question, in my opinion. Not the fact that some individual was earning a living without having the proper, that's bad too, but I'm saying I'll be more concerned about entire BPO companies having an executive in place without the proper work permit. Yeah, exactly. John said, not like you want to work here. John said, yeah, unless you are married to a Filipina or on a work visa or SSRV, it's hard to work here. Where is the sticker? Where's this?
It's gonna come.
But somebody just did it. Yeah, we got it. Great, huh? Awesome. This is a pretty cool sound, right? So yeah, this is the only. That's what we were hoping for. Well, thank you so much, Philippines Antics, and also Amigo, for the $5 super thanks testing. Awesome. So this was cool because we weren't sure if that's going to happen when we were doing it live. We tested this earlier. So thank you guys for the donation, the super thanks, and also it was cool to see that wrestling guy.
You just look exactly like the sticker.
Yeah, that's why I was excited to hear it. Anyway, so I appreciate that, guys. So that is fun for sure for me. And oh, I heard something else. No?
A cockroach.
Come on, don't be scaring me. Anyone wants to see a roach? Where's the chat? Oh, there's a chat. So thank you, Philippines Antics, and of course, Jose. I appreciate that, bro. Okay, let's go back to our questions. What are we talking about? Yes, George and Heidi, of course, Philippines Antics. Oh, I was thinking about the Philippines could say, hey, you're on a tourist visa, yet you're from a visit. Yet from your visits, it looks like you're living here. Yeah, that's my worry. As in Thailand, they really do reject you and you foot the bill back out. I've never actually seen Thailand reject anybody if you actually fly into the country. I've heard of border crossing because they know you do border runs to Cambodia or whatever, Laos. But coming through air, it's very rare I've heard of anybody being rejected. Of course, probably not that it never happens, but it's not a concern of mine.
That guy that you say he do something illegal, fly out, and then he can still come back, do the same thing. The story that you told me a couple days ago, he did something crazy, he get caught, he fly out.
Yeah, that's like a criminal thing, though. I'm sure they're just talking about regular people trying to live here.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why they don't
of
have
course.
any problem.
Yeah, they don't have any problems. Like, even the dude that's going to be in yesterday's video, I can't remember. Some guy was deported last year, 2024, because he was running an illegal motorcycle store, a business, right? They kicked him out, deported him, and they caught him again this year. So there's obviously a flaw somewhere in the system where they can't even catch like real bad guys or illegal people that are working here. So let alone tourists that want to stay multiple years nonstop. So, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much, to be honest. I mean, personally, I wouldn't like start building a house or something, really committing to a country without a proper visa anyways, because now you're taking a risk, right? That's too much, I think. But if you're just someone that wants to live there, rent regular, even then, I wouldn't discourage people from coming because I've never heard of anybody being rejected to enter the Philippines that's just not a criminal, it's a normal person. Oh yeah, that's what it was, a Zoom call. Yes, of course. By now, I've literally met thousands of people, and that interview was one of the first things I did in the Philippines. So yeah, thank you for the reminder. I was thinking about the other video background. Okay, we're really behind on these comments, huh? My bad, y'all. Give me a second, I'll catch up. Nice legs. They used to be nicer. I used to play soccer competitively and regularly. Now they're getting skinnier and my stomach getting fatter. So all the stuff's going the wrong way. So it's going upwards, you know, it should be going downwards. You know, so thank you. But the room is nice. I appreciate that. Comparing says visa can be pretty complicated. Wouldn't be surprised if the BPO dude didn't even know about, since America's really, come on. Let's not get into that. You can't tell me you didn't need a proper work visa being an executive at a BPO company in a different country. I don't think that's just, even if that's the case, it's still negligence. He should have known better. But I doubt that he didn't know he was working illegally. That's nearly impossible in my opinion. I think he just didn't think of it as a big deal, thinking that he's a big shot in the Philippines BPO company. They got his back or something like that. But nah, this time he done goofed. He fafoed for real. Fucked around and found out. He's out of here. Good luck getting back in the country. Yeah, I've seen that. So Philippines, the third most corrupt country in the Asia, of course, after Cambodia and Laos, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No big surprise given what's going on with the whole flood control, all that stuff, the skies. You know, it's like, yeah, not really surprising, to be honest. Ours does the same. Okay, I didn't know. Cool. I'd have to like see if YouTube itself does something crazy like that. But yeah, so this was mainly just like a test run for this type of style of live stream. I'll probably still figure out the timing of it, or at least if I want to do the live streams on Asia now, because I think it's more suitable when you think about it, because this channel was built on interviews and travel. It just doesn't make sense that it'll even appear on my subscribers' home like feed. So the only thing I would have against doing Asia now would just be the timing, because I did a live stream just yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I had like 90 consecutive viewers and also 4,000 views within a day. So very big difference in this one. And if you guys are thinking what's the big deal, of course views are the whole reason why we do this. Anybody else that says otherwise, unless they're retired or have some kind of passive income, it's usually a livelihood. So people, more views equals more money, and why do something that's basically a waste of time? I do enjoy talking to you guys, but I don't know if I could do this every day. If it's only like 15 to 20 people watching it, it may not be worth it. It says, when you go back to the Philippines, does anyone worry about that onward ticket? I hear different answers on it. I went for 5 weeks in 2023 and no one worried about it. It's a legit thing. You have to worry about it because it's a requirement. And some people ask it to see that ticket, some people don't ask. So it just comes down to a level of comfort, but I would highly advise against getting a ticket. You have to have it. If they don't ask you, whatever. But if they ask you and you don't show it, then what are you going to do? I've been in a situation directly going to the Philippines from Vietnam, and I had to buy a very expensive ticket just because I didn't have an onward ticket, because the airlines wouldn't let me on the plane. I never even made it to immigration. By the time you make it to immigration, immigration don't really care. It's from the airlines that don't want to have to basically pay for your flight back if you get deported for not having it, in case immigration officers do ask for it. So I recommend buying like basically do what you got to do to show that you're flying out of the country. There's of course not really illegal ways of doing it, but there's like a workaround where people use onward ticket, $15, $16 to have a legit ticket show up, get you through immigration, and that's it. Or if you want to have like a cheap $70 ticket to a neighboring country or something like that. Also, the options of buying a ticket that is refundable, or using a credit card that refunds any kind of cancellation. So there's ways around it, but I don't think that should be enough to like deter somebody from coming. It's not enough for me to not go to the Philippines, but it's something that you do require for sure. They may not ask for it, but I would never fly it without it, personally. Should we? Since we're all set up? Let's do it. Let's move this party to Asia now. I want to just test this to see if it's like, whether it's the third-party platform, or it's the channel, or it's the timing. I'm going to go do a live stream on Asia now, guys. Please join me on the live on Asia now in 5 minutes. Okay, so We're going to end this in 5 minutes, and I'm going to move this channel or this live stream to Asia now to see if we get any kind of different response when it comes to number of people joining the live, okay? Oh, Michael had a relaunch of the Canadian Beaver. I wish I was there. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been following his channel. Like I said, I don't barely watch anybody's YouTube channel because I'm just too busy. And I just feel like once I start watching the channel, then obviously the video is going to come up on my screen. And if I don't click on it, I don't want to reduce their click-through rate and damage the channel essentially. So in a way, I don't want to basically do any harm on anyone's channel unless I dedicate myself to watching every video that comes out. If you're a YouTuber, you know what I'm talking about. For you guys, it may not make sense, but in my brain, that's how I think. Yes, of course. Eric says, so do you have to show that you're flying out within 30 days? The return ticket is not enough. Thanks. Well, if you have a return ticket, that's your onward ticket. Usually when I go to the Philippines, I have a one-way ticket, right? So because I don't know when I'm going to leave, but they still want to see it. But if you're someone that lives in Australia, like yourself, or in the US and Canada, and have just like a simple vacation, you obviously have a return flight home. So once they see that, that's enough. You don't need an additional ticket on top of that. No, no, no. This is mostly for people that come on a one-way ticket that have no idea how long they're going to stay. That's the problem. People need to see when you intend on going back home. So that's what they mean. But if you have a return ticket home, that's all you have to show. They'll see that you're flying out within 30 days. You're just fine. Visa scares. Yes, I had a visa scare, but not really a visa. Yes, I did. I want to say the story and then we'll go to Asia now. So join me on Asia now for my visa scare. I'm going to tell you what happened if you come to Asia now. I'll leave the link to that channel. Actually, you don't even need the link, bro. Just type in Asia now into YouTube and I'll see you guys there. Thank you for being here.